Hi, I'm going to show some resources of how we can practice for the MCAS exams on the computer. Okay, so in my two ESL classes, I have on the stream page, I sent an announcement to the students taking the exams. So here we see it on the 1A, 1B page, and you will also see it coming out on the 3 page after I record this video. Okay, so I'm going to follow that link. And here we see the page for the practice tests on the MCAS Resource Center. Here we have the 3 different exams: English Language Arts, Mathematics, and Science. So first I'm going to talk about English Language Arts, then later I will show Mathematics and Science. Okay, y también estaría disponible un video en español. Okay, so here we are on the English Language Arts page, and we have the practice tests are by grade. So grade 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, and then 10. And the other pages are similar, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. And Science, 5, 8, high school, okay? High school chemistry, high school biology, high school physics, high school technology and engineering. So you have to make sure you have the correct one. So now it says Science and Technology Engineering. I will return to English Language Arts. Okay, so I'm going to show grade 10 practice tests, and I will focus on the computer-based practice test. Okay, so I will not show the paper-based practice test now. So the computer-based practice test, when you use this link, a new tab will open. You have an option. You can enter your name, or you can leave it as guest. I will enter my name, and then you see that on the following screens, your name will appear, the name that you entered. So in this practice session, there is session 1 and 22 questions. There are some general directions, and my students a lot of times say these are obvious, right? Read each passage and question carefully. Obviously, right? Answer each question as well as you can. I'll keep reading just so we have it. Some questions will ask you to write a response. Write each response in the box provided on your screen. Your response may be longer than the space you see in the box. If your writing fills the box, a scroll bar will appear and you can keep on typing. You will be able to use the scroll bar to see everything you have written. Click on the Exhibits tab for more information on how to use response boxes. If you do not know the answer to a question, you may bookmark it and go on to the next question. When you are finished, you may review the answers and go back to any questions you bookmarked. So now I'm going to click Start, and it takes me to the first page. So the way the test is organized is there are readings, and after the readings, questions. In this form, it can be a little bit difficult to see, but let me show you some of the buttons here, okay? So this button is not yet highlighted. This button is the next button, the review button, the bookmark button, the pointer, the notepad, and here it says answer eliminator. Over here we just have a drop down menu, okay? So you can get a magnifier, there's a tool there, or you can have this mask line reader so you can block out parts of the reading, okay? The most important tools are up here. The one here for English, it says exhibits. These are just the directions from session 1, and about how to use a response box. Okay? Now, the next button is the simplest way to navigate to the next page. And now we also have the previous button to return to the previous page. So here they are called passages, okay? So this passage is the first part, and we see here there is the background statement, and when I select it, I'm then given these options to unhighlight, highlight, and I get these various colors where I can highlight the text. And now notice when I go to the next page, there's a different passage. And then when I go to the next page, now I have the first question, and it is a multiple choice question. So I can choose one of these answers. I also have the text to help me alongside. I can review the text. I can use this slider to make it bigger or smaller if I want to, either of the options here. Now I want to show the review button. In the review button, this is where I see the organization of the entire session. So I see passage, 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 and then I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 questions about these two passages. Okay? So let me just move through them now quickly. So I see, right, question 2, and this is where I notice it says 2 of 22. Remember, 22 questions on this session. And I can continue. Some questions will ask about both readings. So here I can toggle or change between the readings. And I can continue through those questions. On this exam, there are lots of different types of questions, okay? So here's an idea of a question that has two parts. So here it says question 7. You have to answer part A, and then part B is related to the answer in A. So it says what idea is presented in both passages, and then it says choose the set of details that best support the answer to part A. Okay. Another type of question is seen here in question 8. Okay. It says select 3 highlighted details that provide evidence that Thompson acted selflessly. So here in this section, there's lots of potential details, and it asks you to select 3 of them. Okay. So of these options, which ones meet the description in the question? And now I continue to question 9, and this is another type where you have an open response question where you will type, right, your answer into the box, okay, following these directions. Okay, now we've reached the end of question 9. We remember that the next thing to come up will be the next passage, okay? So we move on to a new reading, a new topic. Here we see, right, the background information, okay, the title, the author, and we also have them for the next one, and you notice that it's different. Following these two passages, okay, there are several questions. Okay. Here's a different, let me just return one more question. Another question that has 2 parts, part A and part B. And here's a part where you have to answer by clicking to fill this chart. Okay. And then this one also has an open response question where you would write a paragraph. Okay. And then the next part, there's another passage. In this one, there's a poem. And then you go to the questions here. So question 19. Here I want to show you the bookmark tool. I'm going to click bookmark on this question, okay? Because I'm going to say, imagine this question's too difficult. You leave it for a moment and you continue to the next question, okay? And when you answer these questions, right, A, B, A, whatever you think the answer is. Ooh, in this one I have to choose two, A and B, right? I get to a point where I see I still have 17 questions I did not answer and one I bookmarked to return. So I can go back and I see this bookmark now that I said I wanted to review question 19. I should return and answer A. And I can remove the bookmark. Now there's no longer a bookmark there. Now, before I click submit final answers, I want to make sure that there are no unanswered questions, okay? I was just showing there, so I know you will not leave the answers unanswered, okay? But you will get to the final review. And this is where I show I still have 13 I did not answer, and it only shows those ones they did. And then when you do them all, you would click submit final answers, okay? Okay, this is a practice exam, so it gives me my score. I got 4 correct just by guessing, okay? So we'll see how you do on your practice exam, okay? Thank you for watching this video, and look now for the version of the mathematics one and for the Spanish language version.